Relax and allow tonight's story to gently ease you to sleep. Resilience of Tansy and Lobelia. This story is about the heartwarming friendship and resilience of a young girl named Tansy and a friendly ghost named Lobelia as they rebuild an abandoned garden and inspire their village. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Tansy, who lived in a quaint village surrounded by lush forests and colorful wildflowers. Life was simple but joyful, as she spent her days exploring the meadows and playing with her friends. One autumn evening, while Tansy was wandering through the woods, she stumbled upon an old, abandoned cottage. Intrigued by its mystery, she cautiously entered. Inside, she felt a strange chill in the air, as if she were being watched. Suddenly, a gentle voice spoke. "Hello there." Tansy turned to see a translucent figure, a friendly ghost named Lobelia. Despite her initial fear, Tansy quickly warmed up to Lobelia's kind and playful nature. Lobelia had been living in the cottage for many years after her earthly life had ended. She longed for companionship and was delighted to have found a friend in Tansy. As nights turned into weeks, Tansy and Lobelia became inseparable, sharing stories, dreams, and laughter. Tansy learned that Lobelia once loved gardening, and so they spent many afternoons reviving the overgrown garden outside the cottage. Together, they planted roses, daisies, and sunflowers, turning the deserted place into a vibrant haven. However, not everything was perfect. The village was prone to harsh winters, and one particularly brutal storm ravaged the area, uprooting trees and damaging homes. The garden they had worked so hard on was not spared, and she felt her heart sink at the sight of their destroyed world. But Lobelia gently reminded her, nature has a way of renewing itself. It can rebuild. Taking her friend's optimistic spirit to heart, Tansy rolled up her sleeves and together, they started anew. With resilience and determination, they replanted the garden, and with time, it grew even more beautiful than before. The villagers noticed Tansy's unwavering spirit and were inspired by her resilience. They came together to help each other rebuild their homes and strengthen their community. Through the challenges, Tansy and Lobelia's friendship grew deeper, showing that even in the face of hardship, there is always hope and the strength to move forward. And so, the once abandoned cottage became a symbol of resilience and the unbreakable bond of friendship, reminding everyone that together, they could overcome any obstacle. Another story awaits to ease your night. Aster and Orchid's Day of Cheer. This story is about Aster and his dog Orchid spreading cheer and warmth in their town through kind gestures and bright smiles. One crisp autumn morning, Aster awoke to the gentle tapping of rain against his window. With a stretch and a yawn, he rose from his bed and looked outside. The world was painted with a fresh palette of vibrant colors, the trees ablaze with red, orange, and gold leaves. Beside him, Orchid, his faithful golden retriever, wagged her tail in excitement. She always knew when it was a special day. Today, they had planned an adventure that would spread cheer and warmth through their little town. Aster and Orchid donned their raincoats and set off down the cobblestone path that wound through the countryside. The air was filled with the rich, earthy scent of wet leaves, and the rhythmic sound of raindrops created a symphony that accompanied their steps. With each cheerful stride, they greeted their neighbors with smiles and waves. First, they visited Mrs. Mabel, an elderly woman, who lived alone in a cozy cottage by the stream. Mrs. Mabel's face lit up when she saw Aster and Orchid approaching. "Good morning, Mrs. Septon." "Mabel," Aster called out. "We brought you some fresh baked bread and a pot of your favorite tea," Orchid barked happily, her tail wagging furiously. Together, they shared stories, laughter, and warmth, brightening Mrs. Mabel's day. Their next stop was the park, where they met a group of children playing in the puddles. Esther and Orchid joined in the fun, their laughter echoing through the rain-kissed air. They played games, jumped in puddles, and made the children giggle with glee. Even the gray skies seemed to lift, letting through a few rays of sunshine as if mirroring the joy that radiated from them. As the day continued, Esther and Orchid made their way to the town square, where an impromptu market had sprung up. Stalls brimmed with colorful crafts, homemade treats, and delightful trinkets. They bought a bag of roasted chestnuts and a small bouquet of wildflowers. "Orchid, look!" Esther exclaimed, pointing at a balloon vendor. They chose a bright yellow balloon and decided to give it to the first person they saw who looked like they needed cheering up. Near the fountain, they met a boy sitting alone, his eyes cast downward. Esther offered him the balloon and a friendly smile. "Would you like this? It looks like it could use a new friend." The boy's face transformed, a smile slowly spreading across his previously somber expression. Orchid wagged her tail and gave the boy a reassuring nudge. The town's clock tower chimed the hour, and Esther realized it was time to head home. They walked back through the rain-softened streets, their hearts full of the day's shared happiness. At night, Esther settled into bed, with Orchid curled at his feet. He felt a warmth that no blanket could provide. It was the warmth of knowing that he and his loyal companion had made a difference, one smile at a time. The next story awaits to bring you closer to sleep. Echolitha and Cathalia, The Journey of Growth. This story is about a girl named Echolitha and a unicorn named Cathalia, who embark on a magical journey of growth and self-discovery together. Once upon a time, in a lush verdant forest, there lived a young girl named Echolitha. Echolitha's hair was as dark as the forests at night, and her eyes sparkled like the morning dew. She had a curious spirit and a kind heart that made her beloved by all the creatures of the forest. One sunny day, while Echolitha was exploring the woods, she stumbled upon a magnificent clearing she had never seen before. In the center of the clearing stood a beautiful unicorn named Cathalia. Cathalia's coat was a pristine white, and her mane shimmered with iridescent colors. Her gentle eyes seemed to hold the wisdom of ages. Echolitha and Cathalia became instant friends, sharing their dreams and aspirations. Echolitha wanted to explore the world beyond the forest and learn old secrets, while Cathalia wished to help her friend grow and realize her dreams. Together, they decided to embark on a journey of growth. They traveled through enchanted meadows where flowers sang and streams whispered tales of old. They climbed mountains that scraped the sky and crossed deserts with sand that sparkled like gold. Through every challenge, Echolitha grew stronger and wiser, while Cathalia's magic grew ever more powerful. One evening, as they rested by a serene lake, Echolitha confided in Cathalia, "I doubt myself sometimes. What if I'm not strong enough?" Cathalia nuzzled her friend gently. "You are stronger than you know, Echolitha. Growth is not about never failing, but about rising every time you do." Encouraged by her friend's words, Echolitha pressed on. They encountered fierce storms and dazzling rainbows, each experience teaching them something new. As time passed, Echolitha's confidence soared, and she began to realize her own potential. Years later, when they finally returned to their forest home, Echolitha had transformed from a curious girl into a wise and strong young woman. Cathalia, too, had grown, her powers now harmonizing with Echolitha's spirit. They had both discovered that growth is a journey, not a destination, and that together, they could overcome any obstacle. Akofa and Katlaya's bond was unbreakable, a testament to their shared journey. The forest seemed more vibrant than ever, and the creatures thrived under their gentle care. And so, Akofa and Katala continued to explore, learn, and grow, their hearts forever intertwined by the magic of friendship and the beauty of growth. Let's continue with a new journey of a guiding light of Azalea. This story is about Buttercup, a gentle soul who receives guidance from Azalea, a kind-hearted nymph, teaching her about inner light and interconnectedness. In a tranquil village by the edge of an ancient, whispering forest, there lived a gentle soul named Buttercup. Buttercup's heart was as golden as her name suggested, always ready to help those in need. One serene evening, as twilight painted the sky in hues of lilac, Buttercup wandered near the forest's edge, lost in a sea of thoughts. Suddenly a soft, melodious voice called out to her, chiming like silver bells. Emerging from the dense foliage was Azalea, a kind-hearted nymph whose presence exuded a calming radiant glow. Azalea was renowned for her wisdom and serene aura, guiding lost souls who ventured into the forest. "Dear Buttercup," Azalea spoke, her voice soothing like a gentle breeze, "I sense a restlessness within you. Come, let us walk together, and I shall share my counsel." Buttercup felt an overwhelming warmth and trust towards Azalea, and agreed to accompany her deeper into the forest. As they strolled along winding paths, the forest seemed to come alive with their presence. The trees swayed gently, and the leaves rustled softly in harmony. Underneath the canopy of twinkling stars and with the moon casting a silver sheen, Azalea spoke of the countless wonders held within the forest. She spoke of the symphony of the night creatures, the ancient wisdom of the trees, and the endless flow of the river, teaching Buttercup about the interconnectedness of all life. "We are all part of a greater tapestry," Azalea explained, "each with our role and purpose, no matter how small." Buttercup listened intently, her heart swelling with newfound understanding and peace. As they reached a clearing, dappled in moonlight, Azalea turned to Buttercup. "Always remember, dear child, that the light within you is your guide, and in times of darkness it will never falter." Tears of gratitude welled up in Buttercup's eyes as she realized the profound truth in Azalea's words. "Thank you, Azalea," Buttercup whispered, her voice filled with emotion. "I will never forget your guidance." With a tender smile, Azalea placed a delicate, glowing flower in Buttercup's hand. "This will remind you of our journey and the light that resides within you," she said. As dawn approached, painting the horizon in shades of pink and gold, Buttercup felt an overwhelming sense of tranquility and purpose. She bid Azalea farewell, knowing that she could always find guidance within herself and in the world around her. Buttercup returned to her village, her heart light and her spirit lifted, ready to face the challenges of a new day. And whenever she felt lost or uncertain, she would look at the delicate flower and remember the guiding light of Azalea. Rest well, and may kindness fill your night.